Yo, welcome back to some more battles. We are in the Sunshine Cup again, and let's see if we can get some wins with the Magcargo paired with the Cradily and the Shadow Quagsire. Bad lead here. We're going to swap out into our Cradily, and Cradily is going to shield the first move, and they actually swap into their own Cradily. So looks like our opponent does not want to see this Cradily, and it does look like they're running Bullet Seed as their fast move. So just like that, we are relatively even health. They go for the Grass Knot, and then we're going to be able to reset into our Magcargo because the switch timers are a little bit off. So we have energy here, and we're just going to fire off the overheat and wait for them to farm us down. Now we have to try to win this game with a low health Cradily, but also we still have a Quagsire in the back, anticipating some kind of flyer in the back. As you can see here, we go for the Grass Knot. They do shield, and we're going to go into our Quagsire. The Quagsire has to survive this, ends up only being the body slam, but they come straight in with their Cradily running Bullet Seed, so we actually have to use some energy right there. We fire off another Aqua Tail to take out the remaining Pokemon, and now we have the win condition, able to survive 3 Incinerates, well, 2 Incinerates, and able to get to a move before the last Incinerate damage is registered, and we get to the Stone Edge for the win. So GG's to our opponent, able to wiggle out of that situation. Pretty standard team by our opponent, and able to close the game with the Quagsire. So we have the Magcargo versus Cradily. We are going to stay in for now, and we are going to force them to make a decision. Looks like they do swap into their Dunsparce, so we go ahead and throw the Rock Tomb, and then we dip out of there. Now we can survive these moves way easier. You can see they are going to have a ton of energy. 2 Druins gets us relatively in the 50% mark. So we are anticipating we can at least survive one more, but they don't even shield it. So now we're going to get our Cradily onto their Cradily. We do get a shield, which is really amazing. And now we have to try to win this game with our remaining Pokemon. Looks like our opponent is able to reach a move here, but luckily we are going to be able to survive it, and we are going to be able to fire off our own Rock Tomb, but they catch the move onto their Swampert. Swampert debuffed Hydro. Let's see how much damage it does. Oof, still relatively 50%. We fire off this Aqua Tail here. They decided to let it go, and now we have... Okay, Bullet Seed... Cradily is unfortunately ruining our backline. If they were running the Acid, I think we get the win, but unfortunately right there, we faint on the move. 1 fast move away from getting to that win right there. So GG's to our opponent. Maybe we could have farmed more against that Swampert. Okay, another Cradily lead running Bullet Seed. Looks like we are going to play this one a little bit differently. We're going to tank the first move, and then fire off our own Rock Tomb here. They decide to shield it, and then we're going to switch into the Cradily. So Cradily into their Ferrothorn, not great for us. Okay, they're actually running Mirror Shot. They're... I guess gonna try to spam Mirror Shots, but you can see right here we are going to be able to reach another move, which is going to be okay for us because we do get them double debuff, but I still think they have the advantage because they can get to these moves quite quickly. We try to snipe their energy, but they do reach a move. This Power Rip would have taken us out, so that's a good shield to take out that Ferrothorn. And now we have this Cradily forced to use energy. Let's see. This Cradily is running the bullet seed, so we are gonna have to come back in with our own Cradily, fire off the Rock Tomb so that we can get them low enough that we can farm down. And that's exactly the case. So one shield Quagsire with the Ferrothorn relatively low health, and we are looking good because they most likely had a fire type, if not some kind of flyer. So GG's to our opponent, able to win that game with the Quagsire again. Okay, we got the lead. This is a good lead for us. They swap into their Wish Cache. This Wish Cache is going to be able to fire off the Scold. Luckily for us, we avoid the debuff, and now we apply full pressure. This Grass Knot will KO or grab a shield. They decide to just let it go, and they end up having a Cradily in the back. So now we know their entire team. They have Cradily and Talonflame left. Looks like the Magcargo is going to be able to feast. We're just going to let this go, force them to use a lot of energy, and we just come back in here with the Magcargo, able to tank this move if we choose to, but we're just going to shield it because we can always reset the debuff after firing off this Rock Tomb. Even though we're debuffed, it still will do significant damage, and we're not going to throw on timing because they do win cap tie here. So whatever move they throw, we can survive it easily. Now we're going to be able to fire off another Rock Tomb. Now shields are down, and we can have a choice here. We can actually try to catch the move, or we try to tank this move because they're double debuffed. They swap out, we swap out, so we reset the debuff, and now we are going to be able to outpace them to this Aqua Tail to take out the opposing Cradily, and this Talonflame has no shot to beat our remaining Pokemon. So GG's to our opponent, able to win that game with the Quagsire and the combination of the Magcargo. Magcargo ended up being a huge core breaker for their team. Okay, mirror lead here. This is going to be interesting. Let's see what happens here. Looks like our opponent does catch a move onto their Torterra. The Torterra is debuffed, running Razor Leaf. Now, we really okay, they could have shielded there, but they decided to just sack it apparently. And now we force this Magcargo to throw some more energy, and it looks like our opponent doesn't get the KO. So we are going to be able to get to a Rock Tomb here, and we force out the Chestnut. This Chestnut here is running the Rock Throw, I believe, or whatever Rock Fast move. And luckily for us, we are going to be tank enough to survive those and able to get the farm down. And now we have tons of pressure to throw back at this Magcargo, but our opponent realizes they have no chance. So check out the team if you haven't already, and let us know if you enjoyed the video.